What's up, everybody? It's DJ Thraga, jail story guy. What up? What up? What up? I wanted to we talk about. I'm gonna tell y'all about one time in prison. I was new to prison. They tried to press me for my commissary. True story. They tried to. So check it out. So before you get to prison, a lot of guys in like the county jail and stuff like that, they try to kind of school you, like, this what it's gonna be like, this what you're gonna be going through, so on and so forth. You feel me? So one thing that I heard a lot was like, misery loves company. As long as don't nobody put their hands on you, man, them dudes just trying to get people to stand there with them. Like, they just all alone. That's just what they all on. So as long as don't nobody put their hands on you, like, don't really mind what nobody's saying, right? Because they told me they gonna be blah 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 blah. That's what you gonna get a lot of that. But as long as don't nobody touch you, don't worry about it. So I went to a young joint, like, where nobody there, I think, was over the age of 20 or 21, right? And it was prison. So this was not no juvenile. This was not that. This was a prison. They just didn't have anybody there over the age of, I think, 20 or 21. So anyway, I get there. I ain't gonna lie. I tried to, like, have a little tough walk and all of that, right? Like, I'm gonna walk like this and da 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 da. I'm gonna talk like this, hold my face like this, like, let motherfuckers know that I ain't playing. You know what I'm saying? And man, they saw that shit immediately. That really just made me like a target. They like, man, who the fuck walk like that? Man, this motherfucker, he doing this, and don't nobody really do that, and blah 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 blah, right? So I'm young, 17. I'm just trying to be. So I realized when I got there, I'm like, damn, I had always been with, like, brothers and sisters or my homeboys and shit all my life. Like, I never really had to hold my own. Now I gotta hold my own, right? It's just me. So anyway, I'm trying to, extra, right? People saw right through that shit. So that actually made me a target. So my bunkie, he rode in with me. He was from Detroit, and people knew him, and he knew a lot of people, blah, blah, blah. He was more friendly, more cool than I was, right? So he ended up getting in a fight, and he went to the hole, so I was there by myself. Then they call themselves, like, getting on me, like they finna pick on me now. So they talking shit and blah, 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 blah. And I ain't really tripping, because they told me they gonna talk a lot, but as long as don't nobody put their hands on you, you ain't really got nothing to worry about. You feel me? So I'm just like, yeah, whatever. Y'all can talk all you want to, better not nobody touch me, right? But I'm just saying this to myself. So every day, so I'm thinking eventually this shit is gonna go away. Never went away. Every day it just get worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. Next thing you know, I'm in the child hall. One dude just looked me in my face. He was like, man, this dude a bitch. And I'm like, damn, like, I don't know if I can take much more of this, but I'm just trying to remember what these motherfuckers told me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, man, misery love company. They just talking. In my head, I'm just like, man, as long as don't nobody touch me, like, this how I go, because this what they told me, this how I go, right? And that's how it be when you kind of just got, all you got to go off of is what somebody told you. All right. I'm back. Little technical difficulties, you know what I'm saying? I had to get it together. So, one day, excuse me, they break for child. And, dude's been, like, kind of clicking up and talking shit about me or whatever. But like I said, whatever. I'm sure they probably think I'm scared or a bit, but I'm not. I'm just trying to go home. Like, these motherfuckers told me this how I go, right? So I'm trying to eat my chicken, But look, so they like, one day we lining up for chow, and I see them all in their little huddle in the back. It's like 10, 12 of them, right? They talking, looking at me. I'm like, yeah, whatever. One dude walked up to me. It was two of them, And then one like broke from the rest of them and like walked up to me. And he was like, hey, you know we gonna need that commissary bag about you. They said store bag. That's what they call it, go to the store. So he was like, you know we gonna need that store bag. I'm like, what? He was like, yeah, we gonna need that store bag about you. You bring it out or I'm coming up in that bitch. So I'm like, so he just walk off. Just like that. He just walk off. Played me just like that. So I'm like, man, that's it, man. I was like, that's it, man. I can't stand no more. I can't take no more of this shit. So I got out of line. I walked to the back where they was at, and I said, hey, y'all go ahead and talk amongst yourselves in your little group, and y'all find out. They just sitting there, they just listening to me. I just approached them. I'm like, yeah, y'all go ahead and talk and figure out who fighting me next time they bust these doors. Next time they open these motherfucking doors, we fighting. So y'all go ahead and figure out. Now, see, in my mind, I thought I was smart, right? I said, I'm gonna initiate it like this because I'm pretty sure they just gonna jump me and just beat my motherfucking ass, right? So I'm trying to avoid that and call them out like on the scrap, right? And it kind of worked. So I told them, I was like, yeah, just y'all decide whoever I'm fighting, because that is going down. As soon as we come back and they lock us in, when next time they bust these doors, I'm fighting somebody. So I just walked off, and they was just quiet. They was just okay. Ain't nobody say nothing. So I went on the child. We went on the child. We locked back down. So when we go back, I'm in my cell. You know, I'm getting hype. I'm like, okay, here we go. First fight. All right. So here it is. And I remember thinking, I was like, I'm good as long as it's not this one dude. They called him Buddy. I was like, man, he just looked like he just work out all the time. He bigger, he tall, he got reach. I'm like, man, as long as it ain't him, I'm pretty sure I could fuck anybody else up. Him, I don't know. He looked like I don't know. So of course, next time they bust the door, none other but Buddy him motherfucking self come out the cell. Man, this shit looked like it belonged in the movie. This motherfucker, I don't even know how he did it. He reached around his body, reached over his body, took his t-shirt and peeled it up with one hand. I never seen nobody do this. He peeled it with one hand completely off of his body and went like this. Whoosh. Man, the shirt just looked like a frisbee. That bitch just went flying across the cell, across the day room. I was like, damn. And we had the old man working. So he finna be upstairs. They finna stop him. He finna be upstairs for 20 minutes. I'm like, God damn. I'm about to go up and get my ass whooped. But, hey, too late for that. I can take an ass whooping. I got big brothers and shit. Fuck it, man. So I go on up in there. So we in the shower. It's like a 10-man shower. It's like 5 shower heads over there, 5 over there. So he in there waiting. He like, come on. I'm like, God damn. Can't stop now. You stop now, you's a bitch. Gotta go. So I went up in the shower. I'm like, man, I'm just finna get off what I can get off and shit, just take my ass whooping like a man. So I remember walking up in there. I ran up on him. I just hit him. I just kind of like tucked and just hit him. Boom. I looked up. I just swung. Wow. And I hit him in the shit. And I looked up and his face was like, I don't know what kind of face I'm making, but this shit was like squinched up. I'm like, oh, he kind of like backed up. I was like, oh, he don't like getting hit in the face? Oh, he can't get hit in the face? Oh, all face shots. So I was just sending them. But he punching back. It ain't like I'm just whooping him, but he getting off too. So we just going back and forth. We trading blows. So I'm trying to remember who. So I hit him. Bah, I hit him. I just catch him with one. Boom, he fall. He stumble. Now, mind you, this is a shower. So he fall. I don't know how he fell. He kind of just went down and he grabbed me and pulled this. He like grabbed my shirt and he took his shirt off. I had my shit on. He grabbed my shirt, pulled himself up and hit me. Boom. Now, I tried to duck the hit. I tried to I thought I was, Mayweather in that bitch. So I'm trying to duck the hit. And when he swing, he connect. So as I'm back, I slip and he connect. So I just fall. Boom. Everybody, oh! But mind you, he just fell. So it's like now he got his get back. So I get back up. So we throwing, then it's like fight over with, right? Old man come down, the CO come down. So we had traded a couple more blows, CO come down, and we left out. We went to the set. Oh, old head saw. He seen us huffing and puffing and shit. And he walked up to us. He seen both of us coming out the shower. He was like, he looked at him. He looked at me. Back and forth. He said, this shit over with? I said, yeah. Dude said, yeah. He said, you sure? This shit over with? We both was like, yeah. He was like, I don't want to hear nothing else about this shit no more. It's over. Go to your room. You go to your room, you go to your room. So he ain't lock us up or nothing. He ain't check nothing. He's like, hey, this shit over? This shit over. So I went to my room. So next time we broke was for the next child. I think it was dinner time. And dude came out. And they was still talking shit through the doors. But dude, buddy, came out. And he walked. This is the last, all right, this technical difficulty. So dude walked up to me. Shook my hand. I thought we was gonna scrap. Dude shook my hand. He was like, hey, bro, I respect you. He was like, man, that's all you really had to do. He was like, man, motherfuckers thought you was weak. He was like, man, you stood up for yourself. He was like, I respect you. He said, listen, them dudes might still be on what they on. I don't know. I don't speak for them. He was like, I ain't got no beef with you. Me and you good. And we good, bro. He was like, now I ain't gonna ride with you over my people though. So, it is what it is. But as far as, I ain't got no problem with you, dog, and I respect you. And we shook hands. And as a matter of fact, I seen him a couple more times, like going back to jail and shit. I definitely remember once, and we was cool. Other shit happened with other guys, and I'll get to that in another video. But that was my first real shit. Once I got to prison and I had to throw hands in the joint, it's a whole different vibe than the county jail and all that. It's much different. But yeah, dude named Buddy is from Saginaw. That's my dog now. He cool. I ain't seen him in a long time. But if you see this, what up, buddy?